What is happening, everyone? We are here. We are family. And we are here to discuss the Fast and Furious franchise. Why do I say family? Because that's all that fucking matters, everyone.
There it is.
No, I'm coming in way too hot for an
I love
intro.
it.
Either way, it's Press Play again. I'm Bailey. That's my brother, Matt, or my brother,
No,
Omar. Matthew
don't.
can't be
Stop.
my brother.
Oh, God.
This is getting really weird, just like the Fast and Furious.
I don't like this.
We're getting weird tonight, boys.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. But we're here. We're ranking for all of you folks out there who asked us. So many of you asked for us to rank these movies. And guess what? We're doing it tonight. Because what else is there to do before you watch another Fast and Furious movie? F9 to be exact. And to confirm, it's just F9, right?
Wait,
Like,
is
that's
it? I
what-
thought it was called F9, the Fast Saga, or
It
some
is.
stupid shit like
Fast
that.
Saga.
God damn.
It's
That's
called-
I
really
love how
fucking-
dramatic everything is.
It's F9, the Fast Saga, which I think did 8 have the Fast Saga written in it too, or no?
No, 8 was the
The
Fate, of the Furious.
It is
did-
the Fast Saga.
Yeah.
It's F9, the Fast Saga.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh my god.
Awesome, I love it.
That's exactly what you should expect from this. Directed again by Justin Lin, the boy, the homie coming back.
How
He's
many
here.
has he directed? Has he directed everything from 5 and on?
I think
No.
Or
yeah. I
Tokyo
think-
Drift and on?
No, he
No.
missed one or two of them. He definitely
He
didn't do
did-
8. I can't remember if he, did 7.
4.
Oh, he didn't do 8?
No, he did. He did 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't remember if he did 7, but he definitely didn't do 8.
That's like really seriously.
Yeah, no, he
short
didn't do
to get
7
under.
either. James Wan did 7.
James Wan, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James
Okay,
Wan did
you're
7,
right.
and Gary Gray did 8.
Who the
And
fuck
then,
is that?
this is Justin Lin's return.
Sounds
Who
like a
the
Harry
fuck
Potter
is Gary
director.
Gray? Oh, I'm Gary Gray. Let me direct 8. I'm kidding. He's
Wait,
probably a nice guy.
Wait, did you say he is a Harry Potter director, or he sounds like one?
Sounds like
Oh,
one.
okay. I was about to say that is super random if he was somebody that directed Harry
man.
Potter.
All right. Well, anyway, before we get into our
Salute me,
rankings.
familia.
Oh my God, I should have one. Y'all have drinks.
In honor of Dominic
It's a
Toretto, I had to.
candle.
What the fuck?
That's just
Cheers.
weird enough for Fast and Furious.
But before we get into everything, let me go through the rigmarole, everything. Okay? Real quick. You can listen to us on Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and Radio Public, and Apple Podcasts. If I didn't already say that, I'm getting all mixed up now because I called Matt my brother.
It was super weird.
Rank us or give us 5 stars. We're ranking. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review. That would be awesome. You can also follow us on social media. Spotify. Jesus Christ. Somebody just end me. Twitter @AgainPress and Instagram @PressPlayAgain. We've been posting stuff leading up to what we're going to be posting. Like, you're going to see this before F9 comes out, and then we'll do a review of F9. Just keep listening to us and you'll figure out when those days are going to happen, because I don't know yet. And then if you want, you can tune in to our Loki discussion every Wednesday night. We'll have that posted for you guys. And then our Bad Batch episodes are posted every Monday morning. So that's our schedule so far. And then when F9 comes out, that'll be out. You best believe. So, all right, that's it. What did you want to say?
Who,
Matthew.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't even remember it now. But side note, anyway, isn't it wild that we're finally about to see this movie after, like, this movie that we were supposed to see just straight up a year ago?
I honestly, it's hard for me to even think about these movies because it feels like I haven't seen a movie in theaters about this family in 7 years. I know it hasn't been 7
Feels
years,
like a disconnected
but it just,
family.
COVID itself has made 1 year feel like 3. So it's, oh God,
No, I'm
Papa's choking down there.
Choked on my spit.
Nice.
Wait. Oh, shit. What the fuck's it?
Oh my God. Well, okay, what's going on?
No, I was going to ask, when was 8 released? Because it does, like you said, feel like 7 years, if I'm being honest.
8 came out in 2017, so that really was a while ago. Wow. I guess we had Hobbs and Shaw in between, so that's kind of why.
Yeah.
They kind of do, I know it's a spin-off, but I feel like they kind of treat it like it's not. Except for the fact that it's not numbered, but it's kind of listed on the order And like on IMDb, it's just
Yeah.
listed in order with them.
Plus, when you just Google Fast and Furious movie order, Fast and Furious 10 literally just has a picture of Tom Holland smoldering.
That's
to
the
camera.
weirdest thing. I don't understand that.
I don't even really. It just says news under his picture.
That's
I'm
really
like,
weird.
well,
Do you guys think
yes,
we
there's something
stumbled
we're
into
missing.
something that people just don't know yet?
maybe.
And
maybe
Tom Holland's just gonna join the family?
What if Fast and Furious 10 is literally like a prequel, and Tom Holland plays a young Vin Diesel with hair?
It has,
It's funny you say that because I think you're in for a treat in 9. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen why.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say anything else.
is this something
Just-
that you know that we don't know?
Oh shit.
Not Tom Holland, but a younger Vin Diesel with hair.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no
Okay.
idea which. If I thought hard enough about it, I might be able to start making guesses. But I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna be
Yeah,
shocked.
We're gonna leave that, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna do. I want each of you to tell me what this movie franchise has meant to you. Short but sweet, because I know we can all go into like giant paragraphs. But
Absolutely.
what does it mean to you? I'll let you go
Absolutely.
first, Omar.
Bro, when you sent that at work, dude, I was out of breath. I was laughing so fucking hard because I didn't realize what clip it was you were sending it first, and then when I heard it, I was
Real quick
There
for
they
anyone
go.
that because nobody's gonna understand this, but when me and Omar played Demon Souls together, he only made it to what, the second? You made it to the second boss, didn't you? Second or
Yeah.
third? But we were getting ready to
Second.
go fight this giant spider, and I was like, dude, you got to be on your A game, and he was just like, oh, dude, absolutely. And I clipped it out, and it was on Twitter, and I sent
Y'all
that to
are
him.
cute.
fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. This franchise means the world to me. I grew up with it. After Paul Walker passed away, I mean, dude, that whole night, I just remember that night. I was in college when I found out, and I instantly like broke down. Like I was so upset, just so shocked or whatever. And ever since then, up until I met my wife, or ever till we got married, every single year I would watch the Fast and Furious franchise. Every single year. So I would watch it from start to finish, and it was just such like a cool experience that it was just like a me thing. It's not like I was doing it with friends or whatever. So I mean, yeah, this franchise means the world to me. Obviously, as it carries on, it ends up getting weirder and weirder. But yeah, literally, my first car that I got was a Nissan Altima, which you guys might not think has anything to do with the franchise, but it was totally inspired by Fast and Furious. The GTR Skyline, one of my favorite cars. Absolutely my inspiration. My dad asked me what my first car that I wanted. I asked for GTR, and he told me absolutely not. 'Cause
You can have an
they're just-
Ultima, son.
Yeah, he was like, if you want a Nissan. Yeah, actually, dude, I was gonna end up with a Challenger, but funny story, so close to getting it, and the circuits were a bit off, and it was gonna cost $3,000 to fix. My dad was like, nope, let's just do the Ultima. So I ended up with the Ultima, and ever since then, Nissan for life, baby.
So
Like,
stay
yeah,
inspired.
remember that
inspired.
Charger? Yeah, if you look out the door, I got you a Nissan Altima.
So yeah, no, I love this franchise, man. It's like my childhood, to be honest. You know, I
Aw.
grew up with it. I mean, the first one came out in 2001,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
20. Oh wait, dude, it's
That's
a 20-year
wild.
anniversary today.
that's wild. I didn't realize that.
Oh, happy little
That's fucking
anniversary, Fast Crew.
That's awesome.
Holy
yeah.
shit! Holy shit!
I love
How
it.
about you guys?
Wait,
go,
real
Matt.
quick, I wanted to ask now because when you first started talking to Omar, you said you watched it every year until you married your wife. So when Jade came along, was she like,
No.
no more of this shit?
No. I think I've told you this before, but it's really hard for us to actually find a time for us to both sit down and watch movies.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
so try fitting in 8 movies.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's impossible. So.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, so for me, this franchise has been weird because I've always enjoyed these movies, but it's more been a thing that I've kind of like stumbled into. Like I didn't see any of the original movies when they came out. I think the first one I saw in theaters was 4, Fast and Furious. And it was just one of those like, hey, we're going to see this movie. Do you want to come? And it was like, okay. And I went and, watched it and actually really liked it. And the same thing's kind of been true with all the ones that I've seen, like 5, 7, and then 8. It's like I remember the characters, I remember the story from what I know about it, and just watching them, I enjoy them. But I've never really had like a super attachment to them. And so kind of going into this one, I was like, I finally should just sit down and watch these. So it's been so long since I've watched most of them, and there's been a couple that I'd never seen. So a week ago, I started watching them, and I'm on 6 now. and it's stuff that I knew about these movies. It's like actually watching them through in order. It's so hard to put your finger on what like why these movies work so well, because there's so many things that seem like they teeter on that line of just like they could be really bad, but they nail that. Like it sounds so cliche and like I'm just like shitting or joking, I guess, but that the family aspect of it is just so important of why these movies I think are so good. Like the characters are so great, and like sitting down and watching them all the way through, it's like you love these characters. Like they're stupid characters and their lines are cheesy half the time, and it's like you just love them and you want to see them do ridiculous stuff. Like I don't think another movie could actually replicate this and do it. I just think it's impossible. I think this is like literally lightning striking one place. I love it. I love it more than I ever thought that I would. And
Love that, man.
I wanted to finish 6 before we did this because that's the only one that I hadn't seen, and I've got about probably like 20 minutes left of it. So I don't know for sure. But 6 is awesome. I'm definitely gonna be able to do like a confident ranking of them. But I'm so much more excited for 9 now than I was before I did this. And I don't know, these movies make me feel like I'm a kid again watching them. It's weird, but it really does. Like it partially because they're old, or like some of them are older, and so watching them, you just feel that like 2000s-ness. He's like, oh, I feel like I'm in high school again. But there's just something about it, man. I love it.
Yeah, that's probably where I would come in with it. I love these movies solely for nostalgia. Not solely, but it's one of those things where when I was in high school, one of my best friends at the time was I'm not kidding, like beyond obsessed with Tokyo Drift, to the point where I've seen Tokyo Drift probably 15 times because we used to just put it on all the time. And we both like set our ringtones to the Tokyo Drift song, like the Fast and Furious song from that movie was our ringtones. And I remember like FX would always play like the first Fast and Furious, and they would also always play Too Fast, Too Furious all the time, to the point where that's the second one I've seen the most. So it's one of those things where it's just the definition of comfort food. Like how people look at Indiana Jones as comfort food, which that's a comfort food for me, but this is also like that, where I could have it on and I'm automatically like in a good mood because there's something about it. I don't know. I completely agree. Like, there's something I noticed. I watched Fast 5 last night just to do it, and I realized that's kind of where the movie takes a turning point besides the fourth movie. This is when they really are like, we're going balls to the wall. Like, this is a superhero movie practically, because like they're doing crazy shit. And I'm sitting there thinking like, Vin Diesel, I sometimes shit on because I'm like, one trick pony. I loved him in Riddick. But this is like the only thing I know from this is him in Fast and Furious. And I realized I'm like, this dude's performance for this kind of character is so great that I'm like, did his personality in these movies is he the reason they changed completely to be like this? Like, they did not start out like this with him. But I think because of his personality and like the way he presents everything as his character and how much he believes in Dom, I'm like, I think his personality in these movies completely changed the franchise. Because they weren't going to go like this.
No, I mean...
And then he acts like a superhero psycho in the fourth movie.
100%. I mean,
and they're like, we're going. Like, this is perfect.
I just saw him do the craziest shit. I did not know this happens, but I just finished the tank scene with the bridge where he jumps out and saves Letty, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it was epic. It's epic, and it's like they found that area where you can be cheesy and crazy and weird, and people root for it. They're not like, oh, how did he do that? They're like, holy shit, he just jumped off a bridge and saved his girlfriend. Like,
and
it's crazy,
when you watch
man.
the trailers, which, sorry for anyone who doesn't want anything spoiled from trailers, don't listen to this part. But like, I was defending Fast and Furious all day at work today because people were bringing it up and asking like if anybody was going to see it. And they're like, oh my God, those movies are ridiculous. Like, freaking Dom just is stopping cars with his hands. And I'm like, you don't understand what this franchise is then if you don't support that. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't even think I felt like that. But I felt like I needed to defend it. So I was getting really intense. I was like, this is what they are. You accept them for what they are. But like, we're getting like the epitome. I feel like in F9, like we're getting the epitome of what all these newer movies of theirs are gonna like lead up to. Like, this is gonna be them at an all-time, like, he has superhero powers. So, which I think is fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I do too. I think
So-
they ever since it seems like ever since 4, when they kind of like brought Dom back and a lot of the core like cast was back, it seems like Vin Diesel must have had such a big like role in shaping from that point on. You know what I mean? Because just when you hear him talk about it, like it feels like this is his thing. Like you'd almost think he's fucking directing these movies. Like it's so much his vision for it.
He is a main producer in the franchise, and I don't know if you guys know much about the whole feud between him and The Rock, but pretty much what happened was he was trying to influence The Rock into like acting more professional, or actually like he didn't like the way The Rock acted in 5, like actually acted. He thought he needed some lessons. Like Vin Diesel was telling The Rock, like he needs to, yeah, and that's what caused the feud. And there's a scene in 5, you know, when The Rock first catches him at the race, whatever, and you think, like, oh shit, like that's it. And Vin Diesel goes like, "This is Brazil."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys notice how they're the
This
same
is
height?
Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Rock is
Right,
3 to 4 inches taller, at least at the very minimum.
When you have two men with that much muscle mass
Yeah.
on them in the same room, there's no way they're not gonna be like they're gonna be okay with each other.
Right,
Because
right. So yeah, I
it's
mean,
just-
he's got a huge influence on the franchise, and like I said, he is one of the main producers, so he definitely has a lot to say. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not like it's his way or the highway, but for the majority, it kind of is, you know.
Was
So,
that a car pun?
I was trying not to force it, but yeah.
There. I loved it.
You know, I was
All right.
wondering because I always
So-
knew that they had a like feud, but I
yeah.
didn't look up what it was. And I was like, at the
That's
beginning of
literally it.
6, I almost looked it up, and I was like, I really don't know if I even want to know, because if it's something like really stupid, I don't want it to like psychologically ruin it for me. But I don't know. I definitely
Well, I
wasn't
mean,
expecting
they're
it to be
cool
the-
now. He was actually, yeah, it's that stupid, and they're absolutely cool now, and they, you know, they've had a conversation multiple times.
Oh, they are
And
cool
The Rock
now?
was
I
supposed to be a
assumed it was
9.
something that was
Yeah,
like
they
still...
are.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
No. So The Rock was supposed to be 9. The only reason is because of COVID and everything. They had to shoot Hobbs and Shaw literally at the same time as 9. And I guess they couldn't do like reshoots for 9 or anything like that. So The Rock never got to be involved. But he is confirmed for 10. So
Hey,
see how
look
that
at that.
goes.
Him and
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Fuck.
That's awesome.
let's not.
Let's not lie to the people.
We're confirming it here.
Yeah,
All right, guys. Are y'all ready to get to these rankings?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
Also, I
You
want to
know,
tell
we'll start
people,
with you again, Omar.
I don't know why
Oh,
we're
never mind.
having like some weird. I've never had OBS do this, but it's like freezing up a lot. So I hope the video is not getting fucked up, but we might be a little glitchy and framey. I don't know why it's doing
I
this.
was gonna
If
say
it
you
is-
look ahead of your voice somehow. If that makes sense. I don't know.
Thankfully, you guys look okay on mine, but we are all freezing occasionally. So
I love it. I love it.
sorry,
Either way,
everybody.
we still look cute, guys. We'll start with you, since we
Okay.
already started with you the last time.
Cool.
Keep that cycle going.
Let's do it. So, should we include Hobbs and Shaw or no?
Nah.
Get it outta
Let's
here.
stick
Glad
with
you
the
said that.
family, the core
Okay.
family.
Yes. So I'm gonna start from my least favorite to my absolute favorite.
Okay.
Okay. My least favorite, Tokyo Drift, baby. Absolute worst in
Really?
the fucking franchise.
Wow.
It's complete trash. I enjoy it every time I watch it, but if we're being honest, it's absolutely the worst in the franchise.
A lot of people
Okay.
want to
The
come
plot-
for your throat right now.
Fuck them. The
Let 'em.
song is very catchy, so I
Fuck
understand
'em.
why it was your ringtone.
Thank you.
My second least favorite is gonna be 8. Did not really
Ooh.
vibe with 8. Because I'm one of those people that thought End of 7 was the perfect end to the franchise. So when they went ahead and made 8 and it wasn't that great, plot wise or anything like that, I was like, oh, there's no need for it. So yeah, that's my second least fit. Whatever. So that's my second one on my list. Third least favorite is Too Fast, Too Furious. I love it every time I watch it. Super enjoy it. But once again, when you compare it to the others, obviously it's weaker on many aspects. What's after that? After 2, what comes up? 6.
I'm digging
6, yeah.
6. I am digging
I
it
love
right now.
6. I love 6. But then, you know, the other options that are still left on the board, you know?
I know,
So
right?
6 comes after 2. After 6, I'm going to have to go with 4. I loved 4 because it was kind of like, okay, this is like we're back at it. It's Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, and this is like the original cast, right? So I mean,
Really?
it just,
So you like 4 more than 6? Well, obviously,
Yeah.
because you're saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
I
I
respect
do.
it.
Even though, yeah. Hold up, because I was about to mix 5 and 6. So 4. After 4, now we have what? 1 and 5 left, right?
1 and 5.
Okay, so
Yes.
1 and 5.
Oh, and
for
7.
me-
And 7.
7. So 7 comes after 4.
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
7 was so hard to make, after everything happened with Paul Walker. And the fact that they did, and that tribute at the end, and just how they kind of wrapped up his story was perfectly done, even though the movie wasn't so perfect. So it kind of made it up for me. And yeah, I enjoyed 7. And I mean, the action was just kind of like off the wall, but it was still enjoyable. So yeah, 7.
Okay.
Now we're left with 5 and 1.
5
5
and
and
1.
1. Tied for me as number 1. Let me tell you why.
Wow.
5 to me is like the fucking Avengers. Okay, you're getting
It
everyone
really
put
feels
together,
like that.
and it's so hype. And that moment when they come together and like everyone in this room is family, man. Everything about the movie's fucking gold. I have absolutely no complaints. And to me, the action in that movie is a bit more realistic. Like it's just actiony hype. 6 to me is where things just start fucking like sci-fi straight up, right? Sci-fi, we're defying gravity type of shit. But 5, I think, was just like an action movie. It was hype, and obviously The Rock is introduced, and it's so cool to see someone like that. And then at the end of the movie, when they have that little team up, a lot happened in 5. But yeah, it's definitely like
So
up there.
you
Number
said-
1.
You said nothing to complain about in 5.
Yes.
The Rock's acting. You wouldn't think he needs acting lessons or
No,
anything?
no, dude. Okay, Vin Diesel, out of all people, Vin Diesel's giving
He
acting
balls
lessons.
on this man.
Get the fuck out of here.
He was
yeah,
like the highest paid actor, I think, too, at the time.
of course.
Coming for his
And
neck.
I love
The
him. I
fact that,
respect him,
like,
but
Vin-
like to
Vin Diesel
walk up
can't
to
give
Dwayne
acting
Johnson
lessons,
and be
man.
like, "You need acting lessons." It just
Yeah.
Vin Diesel has a few screws loose, if you guys know what I'm saying.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I do.
I agree. So, yeah, 5 for me was absolute gold. My favorite in the franchise, but it's tied with 1 because number 1, complete classic, man. So many moments in there are just like every time I see it on screen, even if I'm not watching the movie, right? Like you said, they played it often on TV. Anytime
All
I'm
the
just
time.
switching channels or whatever, and I see any scene in that movie, instantly happy. And they're just like, yeah, really, really cool moments, and it's just like what initiates the entire fucking franchise, what initiates like the entire journey, and it's where it all started. And yeah, man. So that's always gonna be like my number 1, but like 5 was the best in the fucking franchise. So
Not
those
gonna
2 are top.
lie, I really respect that 2 was not your last one. I do. I respect that, and I respect how high you put 4 as well. Because
Yeah,
I feel like that is not stuff people would agree with, but
Well.
makes me respect you that much fucking more.
I
So,
appreciate it, but that's my ranking.
awesome. All right, Matt.
All right. So I'm going to do what. Let's see. My very bottom of the bottom is the only thing that's kind of got me confused right now. But I think I'm gonna put 4 as my least favorite. And
Okay.
the weird thing is, I don't even think it's the worst. But I think to me, 4 just. I mean, I've enjoyed all these movies, honestly.
We
but
saw 4 together or no?
mm,
I think we did.
I don't remember if we did or not. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I remember for sure we saw 5 and 7 together, but I can't remember if we saw 4 together.
Okay.
4 was my introduction to the series though, and I feel like 4 it's the beginning of what the series turns into, but it's just not quite there yet. It's like in between what the first few were and that, and so to me it just feels kind of the most bland, I guess. But I still really like it. After that, I'm gonna put Tokyo Drift next. And I really did like Tokyo Drift finally watching it. Like, here's the thing. I never understood the hype for Han, honestly, like since I hadn't really watched all these movies kind of back to
Yeah,
back. But finally
I guess I
watching
get
3,
that,
like
but-
I mean, he essentially is the star of Tokyo Drift. Because I don't remember who the actual main
The
character, what
most
his name is.
likable
but-
person in that movie.
yeah, that dude, the main dude sucked in Tokyo Drift. If
Yeah.
it was even more about Han, I think I'd like it more. And I love the Tokyo
Well, I hate to
setting.
break it to you, he's an F9. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Somehow.
He is? I didn't know. Oh, I
Oh
did
yeah,
know
everyone
that.
from
Just
Tokyo
kidding.
Drift is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
forgot about that.
the main guy is?
Dude, the main guy and his friend. What's his name? The rapper.
Okay,
with the
now,
Hulk
I
part?
thought you were joking. Like, I don't know if you saw
No,
the
no,
trailer,
no,
dude.
they're
Han's
in
in
it.
it.
Bow
Okay,
Wow.
that's
Yeah, Bow Wow.
that is wild. That'll be fun anyway. Right after that, I'll put 2, slightly ahead of Tokyo Drift because I just enjoy kind of the story with Brian and introducing Roman's character. Like, I feel like they have a really good chemistry in it, even if the plot kind of sucks. They're just watching them together just had a little bit more fun than anything I had in Tokyo Drift. after that, I think I'm going to put, and again, this is hard because I haven't watched it since it came out, but I think 8's right there. I remember when we saw 8 in theaters, I loved how wild it was, but I remember just being just a little bit let down. So I think, again, that's the only, that and 7 are the only ones I haven't rewatched this last week, but I think 8 would slot in right there. Oh boy, now we're getting pretty crazy here. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and put 6. I'm going to put 6 in there, which is the one I'm watching right now. Haven't seen the ending. Things could change, guys. But 6 to me feels wild. It's like what Omar was saying, that this is where they're full on, like, it's crazy. The action doesn't even feel slightly realistic anymore. It feels like, okay, there's no way this could happen. But 6 I'm really enjoying. And it feels really, really similar to 5 to me. Like they feel like, and it makes sense. So they got the same director and everything. But yeah, they feel very connected to the point where I was even a little confused when 6 starts, because y'all know the movie's called Fast and Furious 6, right? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
But the title card on it says Furious 6, and I was like, that's weird.
I think that's what it was originally supposed to be called.
Yeah, I think it was, and then they ended
something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what they wanted to be called, and then Paramount, like just for marketing, was like, this, it's going to be Fast and Furious 6. But there was an interview with Justin Lin where I was reading. He was just like, this really is like the second half of 5, so it's like Fast 5, Furious 6. Just a little cool thing, because I was confused.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Right?
Dang.
I know. I don't know why they didn't call it that. I guess then they did Furious 7 after that. So
yeah.
What's left that I saw? I have 5, 1, and 7 left. Right.
Yeah.
So this is tough because 7 was always the one I liked the most when I hadn't seen all of them yet, and I think, again, I haven't rewatched it yet, but I think 7's gonna probably stay up there. So for me, I'm gonna put 5 right after that. 5, just the ending of that movie is so wholesome, man. Like, it is so wholesome. Like, I kind of forgot how much goes on after they finish the whole safe heist, where it really is like they wrap a bow on the series almost right there. Like, if it wasn't for that after credit scene with Letty popping up, that could have been the end, which is really funny because until that moment, it's just like, maybe this is it. And then no, they blow the doors wide open. But 5 is really where they nail down and kind of bring the just theme of family, I feel like, so front and center. And that movie's just so much fun. And they seem like they're winning the entire movie. And I love that. Even when shit goes down, they just seem like they're on top of it and they just got each other's backs. And it's just really freaking good. And then it's weird. I don't know I let me just say this, guys. I had never seen 1 until I watched it last week. That is a fucking movie. That is a movie. Like, I never would have thought I would have liked the first one as much as I did. Like, to me, it weird. It's so weird to say this, but it feels the most grounded. It feels the most like, this isn't as crazy as you'd think these movies are. Like, it's really kind of just like this almost darker story. And Dom's character is almost a completely different person. I'd also say, and I love Vin Diesel, but I think his acting is the best in the first one.
100%.
To the point
because
where
he's a human.
He's a human, and he has range and of emotions and stuff. And you even learn about like the backstory of his dad and stuff in that movie. And I really, really liked 1. So it's literally second on my list. And I'm still gonna just put Furious 7 right there at the top, because I don't think I've ever seen a movie handle somebody dying in real life as well as that movie did. I think a lot of times you're tempted to just kill the character off because you can still do them justice. Like, I don't really think that's normally disrespectful, but I think their commitment to not doing that is just kind of in line with what the series is about, and family and stuff, and kind of just letting, like, Brian live on in the series, even with Paul Walker having passed. And even the stuff in it where it's not actually him, they use, like, his brothers, don't they, to kind of finish the stuff up with him. Like, I feel like all of it's done so tastefully. And those final few minutes of the movie and just them driving off, I'll never forget how it cuts to credits with them they're on the highway together, and they both go their separate ways. And I'm just getting chills thinking about it. It's handled so well, and so I think that's top of the line for me.
That's your final ranking.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I respect it. I do.
Yeah.
Mine actually would probably be a little bit more similar to yours. I can't decide if I want to do what I feel in my heart is the right ranking, or do what I feel in my head is the right ranking. You know,
Your heart.
Y'all
It's
know
Fast
what I mean?
and Furious, Bailey. You have to follow your heart.
Yeah. Like, what do you think Dom would want? Probably my heart.
Definitely your heart. He'd say, get your head out of this.
Well, then I'm going to be really controversial then. My last ranked movie is 8, Fate of the Furious.
I respect that.
You know why? I cannot stand Charlize Theron in that movie.
Oh God.
I love Helen Mirren in that movie. Cannot stand Charlize Theron as a villain. I thought that like completely took me out of it. I just didn't think it was that great. After everything we had seen with like 5, 6, and 7, I was just like, man,
Yeah,
took
eight's
this
the weaker for sure.
they took this in a certain way. I see. It was still fun though. Like I don't hate any of these movies. I still think it was really
Same,
fun. So,
yeah.
but that's where I'm putting it. Second, and it pains me. My
No, just
second
say it.
to last. It pains me to say this.
Nah, say it.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And I
we
don't
all
wanna
had it
say it.
low. We all had it low.
I want to put it higher, but it's like
No, you don't.
realistically, it is not a good movie. It's
It's
an
not.
entertaining movie. Like these all are entertaining movies, but they at least have something in it. Like they literally kill Han in the movie. So
Like, there's no
do you-
heart in Tokyo Drift,
There's
man.
not. There's not at all.
You're just like,
I'm glad you
yeah.
said that, Omar, because I think that's the biggest thing where there's like, it's weird to have so little of characters from the other movies in it. I mean, literally there was none except that Han ends up being in the rest of them. But it's
Yeah,
I mean, the whole
exactly.
it's
theme
totally
of this
different.
franchise is family and heart.
Yeah.
And then you have absolutely none of that in here. So
Do you
Yeah,
guys
exactly.
think? Do you and I? We don't know exactly how they're bringing Han back yet, but do you think that them killing him in that movie was something that they like toiled over in movies after that? Do you think they were just like, why the fuck did we do this? Because
Probably.
it really is weird how they had to kind of like, for Han's only in the beginning, right? So it's like, we're just setting it up to where this could happen before, and then now they had to basically do what 5 and 6 are all before Tokyo Drift. It just seems like a thing
Right.
that they probably wish they didn't have to do, but who knows? Maybe they
Yeah.
maybe they have a
know.
cool ass way of explaining it.
yeah.
Okay, my third to last I would do is Too Fast, Too Furious, which also pains me to do because that movie probably means the most to me, which is so stupid. But the stupid rat scene on the belly and everything, like
Jeez.
it was I watched
hated
that
that.
the most when it came on TV. Completely watched it the most. Like I loved the whole Miami feel and like I just
Wow.
loved I
That
loved
accent.
I loved all of that. As a kid I was like, "Ooh, I need to go get a cool dress or something." I don't know. But I like loved it. When I was homesick from school, I would always or fake sick cuz like who goes to school, right? It's
Right.
for losers. I'm kidding. Go to school, read, whatever. But
Do it all.
I I loved that movie, so it sucks that I have to put it third to last, but whatever, I'm doing it. Fourth to last. I don't know why I'm saying it and ranking it like this, but whatever. I'd probably put 4. I like 4 a lot though. So, I mean, I'm at the point where like
They're
from
all
here
just-
on I like enjoy all of them. I mean, I enjoy all of them in general, but so I'd probably put 4. The next one I'd probably do is 6 and then 5
Okay.
and then 7 and then 1. I know I just threw that all out as quick as possible, but that's how it's going through my head right now. So, 1's my number 1. I remember watching those movies, not giving a shit about cars, and then after I finished that movie, I was like, "Oh my god, like what car do I want? I'm 14."
A
So,
Nissan
like,
Altima.
Yeah,
Ultima,
like,
baby.
I was just like, oh my god, I loved and back then I loved like buddy cop kind of movies. I thought it was really cool, and so you're seeing this like cool ass dynamic between like this undercover cop who like ends up being kind of wanting to be a part of this whole like underground life, and it's just they do it so well. And Paul Walker, although like and we can admit he wasn't like the best actor, but there was something charming about him and like boyish about him that made you like him a lot. And so his personality with Dom's personality was really good. I think in 5 they really did my boy Vince wrong. He kind of sucked, but at the same time I'm like, dude, they literally brought him back just to kill him the fuck off. Like it's kind of
Wait,
crazy.
So
that
did
they
you
that.
did you like Vince in the first one?
No, I mean kind of. But back then I was really into Bad Boys. I was like, oh no,
yeah.
I like him. I was like, oh man, like he's been liking this girl for so long, and then this chump comes in here and tries to steal her away. I was like on his side. But I got over that because I was like, oh, never mind. He kind of sucks, and he has anger issues, obviously. So, but whatever. So yeah, that's my pretty much official ranking. I
Not bad,
loved,
guys.
I think 7 was great. I love 7.
A lot closer than I thought it would be, to be honest.
I know.
I thought all three
I
of
feel
us
like
were
we
just
all have
all
good
over the place.
taste. That's why. You know,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah.
Well,
I like
yeah,
it.
because
I
it
think our
really
friends
is.
would be just fucking shocked and very upset right now and very triggered by our rankings.
Well, yeah,
Angela would have a fucking fit.
Well, because Tokyo
Oh,
Drift
Angela would
is
have been like, Tokyo would have been, it would have been
Trash
all
movie, dude.
Tokyo.
Trash movie.
All right, let's not go that far. I enjoyed. I was about to say I enjoy trash.
There you go.
You can enjoy trash. That's the thing. We still all like it. Omar
Oh, dude,
started
I
off
love
by
every single
saying with
movie.
his, he was like,
I enjoyed every single movie in this franchise. It's just, it's
it's
trash.
just that one's trash.
Yeah.
What can you do?
But okay, so now that we're done our official ranking, what do y'all think's gonna happen? Like, not the whole movie. Don't lay out the whole movie for me, but say something you think is gonna happen that is not expected in F9.
How crazy is it
If
that
you have something.
you can't even say they're gonna go to space because that is expected at this point.
Oh yeah, fully. Which
Oh
is
my
just
god.
the weirdest thing. And it's like Ludacris is going to space. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? It's like Ludacris and Tyrese. And you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
I really don't know. It's like for the hardest part of this for me too is that I remember 8 the least. So when I rewatch it, I imagine that I'm gonna remember a lot of those like threads that are gonna connect to this. But like, so on paper, we know that John Cena is Dom's brother, so we know there's gonna be shit going down with that. But I
Even
don't
though
really
he's
know.
all about family and never has once mentioned anything about a brother.
Right.
And clearly they have some beef from the trailer. So
Just interesting.
just,
Yeah.
seeing you throw all your all your
I
morals out the
think-
window, Dom.
I
Tomato,
think maybe in the movie, which we're not expecting because they don't make it seem like this in the trailer, but I think he finds out in the movie that he has a little brother. Because we were just all watching the movies recently, and I think in 4, when Dom and Brian are leaving at the end, his sister, I can't remember her name. His sister goes like, "Of course
Mia.
I'm gonna be worried about you. Yeah, of course I'm gonna be worried about you. You're my only brother." Unless maybe she just has no idea that she's got a sibling, or maybe they just didn't think about
Maybe
that
it's different.
scene.
It's maybe she's not related. Like maybe they have like the same, like him and Mia
It's like
have
a
the
half.
same mom.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Could
like
be because John
Dom
Cena's a
and
lot
this
whiter
dude have,
too.
like, the
So
same
that
dad.
Well, let's be
Yeah.
honest. They never looked like each other.
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
they-
thinking.
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
yeah, because dude, we're in a point with the the Fast franchise. Like, what the hell? Like you can not expect anything, and it could still I have no idea how to answer your question. At this point, anything can fucking happen.
Anything.
I know. I don't know how to
You-
answer my own question. I'm like, oh, maybe like
I think maybe we could talk about
Paul
what we
Rudd
would.
will come in, and then they'll
I
be
mean,
like,
dude,
Okay, so
this is the
very likely.
the connection to the MCU, and
Very
then
likely.
it's like,
well, real talk though, along that line, I feel like some of the best moments of this franchise and what people get hyped for is when a famous actor shows up at like the end
Yeah.
of the movies or something like that, and you know, like, oh, they're gonna be in the next one. So it could be something
Oh.
like that.
Tom Holland.
No, stop.
Oh my god. But if it is Tom Holland and this is the connection to the MCU, what if the MCU is doing this thing where in an alternate universe they are making the Fast and Furious family the X-Men?
Oh, yeah. So, Hobbs and I'm just gonna completely ignore that. We did see Kevin Hart and Ryan Reynolds in Hobbs and Shaw. I wonder if maybe I don't know.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about that too.
That was a
Yeah,
great
so I
cameo.
wonder if maybe
That was
they
a
make some sort of cameo or something like
Ryan
at the
Reynolds
end.
was hilarious in it too.
Dude,
Yeah.
oh my god, he was so fucking funny.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I was
God.
not expecting that.
Um,
That's one of my favorite cameos of all time.
So I have, and y'all might not know this off the top of your head, but just because there might be people that click on this video and they're like, I hate these movies and I want to watch people talk about them and they're just pissed off at us for talking all this time and praising these movies. So
Yeah.
is there anything that stands out to you guys that's just really bad in these movies? Anything off the top of your head in any of the Fast and Furious movies?
Letty.
Letty.
Letty. Well, I think she matches Dom well, but yeah, Letty's a character isn't
They are
like
they have no
favorite or
chemistry.
They really
Yeah.
don't. It's
They're
weird.
weird and they dated in real life.
did they?
Yeah,
Dude,
they,
she
they-
dated Zac Efron in real life.
Oh, I forgot
Really?
about
That's the
that.
weirdest fucking thing.
Mhm.
Yes.
That is
I'm,
So
I'm
that's
just
weird.
I'm just joking around, but I mean she isn't like she might be one of my least favorite characters, but other than that, I do think it's one of those things where you can only have a good taste for these movies if you completely let go of all reasoning and all like wanting to watch a film, because this isn't a film. This
I
isn't
think that-
something that can
that
be considered
only-
a big movie. It's just like the definition of a blockbuster.
I think that's really only applicable after 6, though, because I mean the first 5 weren't that crazy or that wild or whatever. It's not like it was a crazy plot that it was so hard
it
to
felt
follow.
like an early 2000 genre. Like, you know what I mean? Like movies made in the early 2000s. That's what
Yeah,
those movies
yeah,
felt like.
because I mean,
Yeah.
the,
It's
like the
good.
first
Especially
2 are
2.
just very. Yeah, right, right. So I mean, yeah, I think it's like 6 and on. And for me, I guess, yeah, to make a quick complaint, obviously, like I said, Tokyo Drift, no heart, no family, characters sucked. Um 8 left a bad taste in my mouth, man, because I thought 7 was just ended so perfectly. Not only for Paul Walker's character, but really
For
the entire
everybody, right?
franchise, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it ended on such a great note. At this point, it seems like they're kind of making it just for money, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
such a money grabber kind of thing, which is,
Right.
I mean, it's wrong of us to assume that, I guess, but it definitely feels that way because they are
Yeah,
not
I'm just
only
hoping.
making 8, but they're also making 9 and 10. Like,
Right, and I'm just hoping nine changes my mind and redeems that. Like I'm hoping they had this plan all along, and that 9 kind of like okay shifts it back on track. And from what I hear, that I mean that's the plan. That yeah, 10 is supposed to be like the end all, and hopefully
it,
9
it
kind of
freaking better be.
yeah. I hope so. I
I
mean
thought I
there
heard they were
was talks
making
about
11.
F11 and 12. Yeah, 11 and 12, but I
Well,
swear
the
to
last
God.
picture they show on Google is Tom Holland's face, so
Okay, you need
clearly
to
it ends at
drop the
10.
shit.
I can't. It just makes no sense. I
You're
want to
setting
show
yourself up for
everybody.
disappointment.
Everyone out there who's listening to this, Google, all you have to Google is Fast and Furious movie order. And the pictures, it shows Fast and Furious 10, 2022, which is a little ambitious.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
Tom
not
Holland's
enough.
face, just with the word news under it. So I don't know what's happening. So yeah.
You know what the thing off the top of my head that was like a weird decision to me at the end of 5, how Dom gets with the chick that is with The Rock the entire movie. The cop.
Yeah, the cop. I know.
It's very
It was a
strange
weird.
to me because she's really only with him when they walk into Brian and Mia's like beach house and they're holding hands. And so you see them and you're like, oh, they're dating now. And then the credits
Well,
start.
you're supposed to believe that they had a relationship before that. And
Oh,
that's why
you
she had
are?
his cross. Yeah, because she was wearing his cross.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
No, no,
like,
no, no. Whoa. Hold up. No, she drops
yeah.
it. No. Okay, calm
Yeah.
down. He drops it in 5 when they were chasing him, and she picks it up.
Why would
Yeah,
she
'cause they-
wear it? That makes no sense.
Bro, because she's a believer in Christ,
Yeah.
and her
But
husband
then
just died. Bailey, what are
that
you talking about? Did you
conversation
not
they
watch
have,
Five?
he's like, you would understand me the most. It's like, well, then
Because
what the
she
fuck is that
just lost her
conversation supposed to
husband.
be? Okay, but
Wow,
they
you
were
completely missed
way.
that movie.
No.
Bailey, stop.
I was gonna say because they definitely have a moment where they like meet and they don't act like
Yes.
they've dated before.
Dude, he
No,
dropped
but that's
it. That
what I
was
was so
Letty's.
confused about. I was so confused about all of that because I just think it's so
Really?
stupid
Maybe
that
you
they
missed a
even
scene.
introduced this in. No, what is the
You
point of
definitely missed something.
introducing it if it's gonna be
Well, that's what
nothing?
I'm
And then
saying.
he has a fucking child with her. Like,
Oh, I forgot that's who his child's with, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember where
Like,
that
this is
goes.
the most pointless add-in put to the story.
Okay, pointless.
Completely.
Okay,
So it's like in my mind, I'm like, I gotta make up this entire. Not even make up. I really believed like this must be more like involved than what they're showing us because why would this happen? It makes no sense.
it is strange because it in the movie it's literally they're holding hands, then there's credits, and then you see Letty. And so like it's not like they waited until 6 to decide they're gonna bring her back. They have a post-credit scene in 5 with where they're like Letty's still alive, and you only find out they're in a relationship at the very end of 5. So it's like really why did they do this? And then yeah, when 6 starts, it is like. Rock walks in, gives the file, and she's like, "If it was my husband, I'd go," and that's it.
Right.
Relationship over. So
Right.
very strange. Very strange. to
Yeah,
me.
it was a strange choice, regardless if my theory is right or y'all's is right.
It's,
Well,
no,
wait,
I mean,
I
I
think
don't
it's
know
up in
the
theory.
air.
I'm
Yours is
saying it
100%
back.
wrong.
I think it's a 50-50 shot.
Not even close.
60-50, 60-40.
I wouldn't even.
Also,
give you
I just
70-30.
fucking you need to click on pictures or articles and actually read them instead of just fucking
What'd
spending
she
the whole
do?
episode
What
talking
did
about
she
Tom
do?
Holland. If you click on it, there's also one with fucking Robert Downey Jr. Okay,
Bro,
they're
can you
talking about that.
imagine, though?
They need to. No. You stop too, buddy. Okay, y'all need to come down. The whole article is talking about how they need to take inspiration if they are making F10 and F11. Take inspiration from the Avengers, like Infinity War and Endgame, and end it like that. Just completely epic.
That is completely
Okay.
not my fault that they chose to put that picture.
Just click it. That's all I did. I
I
clicked
didn't
it. I
need
read.
to. We don't care what's happening in Fast 10. We haven't even gotten to Fast 9
We
yet.
I'm
spent
gonna
the
be
entire episode talking
so
about-
upset if Tom Holland is like the secret reveal at the end of this movie.
Can
be
you
so
fucking
mad.
imagine, dude? That'd be wild.
All right, let's wrap this puppy up. Anything else y'all have? Last words y'all have to say?
No,
I'm
I
excited.
just
I'm ready.
excited. So
I'm
it's-
ready.
It's just gonna be really fun to go back in a theater and watch this movie with everybody.
Get a
It's-
big old popcorn and a big old icy.
Yeah, it feels
It's
normal.
gonna be great.
I love it.
All right. Well, y'all can catch after y'all listen to this. Don't forget to keep an eye out for our Fast 9 review. I
Which will
don't
be
know
up
when that's
Monday.
what.
Monday
Like
morning,
Monday?
probably.
Monday
I guess we'll have to
morning.
see. We do bad batches on Monday.
We'll
Maybe
see.
we'll drop 2
Either
episodes
way,
at once. Who knows what we'll do?
Keep an eye
We're
out. That's
wild.
all that matters. So yeah, come in and join us for that, and also join us for our Loki episodes and our Bad Batch episodes because they're fun, and we do this exact same thing, but in a shorter amount of time because there's less things to talk about in it.
There's
Either
not
way.
9 movies.
All right, my boys, it's been a blast. But
Brazil.
until next time, Brazil.